What to do if you feel like you are at the end of your rope. Disclaimer, this is a heavy topic. We're going to talk about suicidal thoughts, dark themes. So if you're looking for something lighter, I'd recommend skipping this video. And the second disclaimer is if you are actually seriously considering hurting yourself, call 911, suicide hotline, do whatever you got to do to help yourself. This is not medical advice. Don't take this advice if you're in those states, and I'm not responsible because this is for educational purposes only. Now, I want to talk about this because people need it. And I think people need it because it's a taboo topic. Nobody wants to talk about it. You can't even talk about it with your therapist. You go to your therapist like, yeah, you can tell me anything and all that stuff. But if you say you want to hurt yourself, I'm going to call the police and get you arrested, right? Can't really tell them the truth. People on here probably know someone that has been suicidal or committed suicide, or they've had suicidal thoughts themselves, but we just don't ever talk about it because it's one of those things we don't talk about. So I'm going to talk about it. I am very well versed in this area of dark thoughts. Reason why is because I've been overcoming Lyme and co-infections for over 6 years. Right now, I feel great. There's not a suicidal thought or thread or anything in my body whatsoever. I feel fine. I actually remember the day that suicidal thoughts stopped. But for a very long time, it was suicidal thoughts 24/7 because I felt like shit. And for all the people that say, oh, people that have suicidal thoughts are just mentally weak. No, you just never been in a hard enough spot to feel that. When life just boom, and you feel like you have COVID and the flu combined and you're wrecked, you can't get up, everything is pain for 8 days on end, for weeks and months, you're going to want to die. So if you've never been there, then you've just never been there. I was in immense suffering, suicidal thoughts 27 days out of 30. And I had to dig deep. I had to find techniques to prevent myself from taking my life. One of the first things I did, I logically tricked my brain. I said, cool, if I end my life right now, I have a 0% chance to see how this plays out. Now, even if I only have a 1% chance, I play this out for, let's say, another 60 years. It could be a rough 60 years, but I'm still going to die at the end of it. Maybe I never get better. I still end up in the same spot. But if I got a 1% chance of getting better, what might happen? Maybe I got to do something cool. Maybe I have a family or whatever. I go, all right, I guess I got to stick in that 1%. Which, by the way, I'm glad I did. I logically tricked my brain. I logically talked to it. And it's heavy stuff, but if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Second thing is I did carrots, the little thing where you have the carrot in front of the horse or donkey. It just keeps walking because it wants the carrot. I called them suicide carrots. I would tell myself, now, and again, this is where the disclaimer comes in. Don't actually fulfill your promise on this. This is not medical advice. I would say, cool, this sucks. This is painful. I'm going to give it till the end of the year. If I still feel like shit at the end of the year, then I can kill myself. End of the year would come. I go, let's give it another 6 months. Another 6 months. Another 6 months. I can do another 6. Still feel like shit at the end of that. Then I can kill myself. And I just kept doing it. I just kept resetting the timer over and over and over. And that's how I kept going. I just kept putting a new suicide carrot in front. If I still feel like shit in 6 months, I'll kill myself. The reason why it worked, it relieved pressure off my brain. So my brain goes, oh, okay, there's an end point. There's an exit. Because that's the whole thing is suicidal thoughts is your brain trying to avoid pain. There's nothing that will get rid of it. So it goes, there's nothing that's going to get rid of this pain. So I must die. So that's the way we'll escape it. So I go, cool. We will escape it 6 months from now, but let's try everything then to see if we can fix this. So I just kept doing that over and over and over and over. Third thing I did, I dug deep, deep within to pull from spiritual reservoirs inside me. Now, what that means is I actually imagine my dead brother, my dead best friend, standing there. And it's like almost like a board of directors, like I'm having a meeting with them, like talking to them, like, guys, give me strength. To this day, I still wear this. This is one of my best friends. He actually committed suicide, fortunately. His name is Carlos, got his fingerprint. And on those rough days, I'd grab this. I go, wake up in the morning, I go, dude, just get up, man. Do it for Carlos. Do it for Carlos. You got this. Just one more day. Just one more day. And boom, that would give me that spiritual strength to keep moving forward. I had to get to know myself. Called it TJ and Taylor hanging out. And that's how I just kept moving because I just dug deep. I wasn't running off of, I didn't have energy. My mitochondria are destroyed. There's nothing going on. I had to pull that energy from deeper reservoirs of myself. I had some very dark times, and I had to pull out everything I could to keep going. And you know what? Damn glad I did. And I look back and I'm almost scared. It feels like I dodged a bullet, metaphorically and literally, as dark as that sounds. I'm just going to say it. Let's be honest here. I'm glad that I did, because I'm here doing this video. Man, I'm glad that I did. But I know at the time you can't see that far. You can't see ahead. You're in this forest, you're stuck. You just keep moving. Whatever you can do, just keep moving. There's no way I would have been able to know this was all what happened. And so if you are having dark thoughts, or you are at the end of your rope, dig deep. Figure out things you can do to keep going. It's wild what can happen if you just keep going in a lot of things in life. And if you just keep going, cool. Even if your chances are only 1%, they're probably a lot better. But even if it's only 1%, cool, you got a 1% chance. And who knows, maybe one day you'll look back and you'll go, damn, I am so glad I kept going, because now my life is great. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. Find whatever works for you, the strategies, the techniques, the carrots, the logic, the deep reservoirs, whatever it is, and never give up. Keep moving forwards, because you never know what your destination will look like if you just keep going.